Pakistan, a land of breathtaking mountains, rich history and vibrant culture. From the peaks of K2 to the bustle of Karachi, it's a nation passionate about cricket. Hosting Sri Lanka in an ODI series for the first time in 6 years and having last triumphed in Karachi, Pakistan will be hoping to replicate that success.
And Pakistan have won it with 10 balls remaining. They get to 299 for 5.
Fresh off their first ever one-day international home series win against South Africa, powered by brilliant batting performances from Saim Ayub and Salman Ali Agha.
Goes over the infield for 4.
And some spectacular leg spin bowling from Abrar.
Bowled him! Absolutely brilliant from Abrar. He strikes as well.
Pakistan will surely fancy themselves to lift the trophy. But Sri Lanka have plans of their own, having won all 3 of their last one-day international series against Australia, Bangladesh and Zimbabwe. They arrive in fine form, full of confidence and rhythm. This 3-match one-day international series is set to be a cracker. Don't miss it.
A very warm welcome to everybody joining us on this 3-match ODI series. We are live at the Rawalpindi Cricket Stadium. And it is the Bank Al-Falah 3-match ODI series between Pakistan and Sri Lanka. Right, let's try and show you what the schedule is like. It's a 3-match ODI series and all games will be played here 11th, 13th and 15th of November. And interestingly, a one-day game between Sri Lanka and Pakistan happening after 30 years. So that's been a long time waiting. Well, the teams did come up a little while earlier. Pawan Ratnayaka, a very promising young man. Sri Lanka team full of confidence, experience. So are them. The Pakistanis led by Shaheen Shah Afridi after that grand win over South Africa, beating them in that ODI series. So both teams will be very confident going into the series. And quick look at the surface, looked a good one actually, and lots of runs on it. But the dew was always a factor, and the teams were concerned about it. And well, I can tell you that the toss was going to be very interesting. That looks quite flawless, isn't it? And the toss was quite interesting, and the Sri Lankan captain had no hesitation. He had absolutely no hesitation because he thought it was due, and Sri Lanka decided to bowl first. Right, let's show you the team sheets. Wakayun is with me. Waka, your thoughts on the Pakistan team?
Hello, Roshan. Welcome. And Pakistan made one change from the last game Pakistan played against South Africa. Naseem Shah comes in, Rauf still in the team, the 3 fast bowlers. Shaheen, let me start from the bottom. Fahim Ashraf has been pretty good, handful. Mohammad Nawaz was wonderful in that series also. And the top 6 batters, they have good days and bad days, but Pakistan managing to win a series through their bowlers. So it's a very, very good side. They can challenge any side in the world, and they're on high. They have won the series against South Africa. So it should be a good one because Sri Lanka is also in good form.
Right, let's take a look at the Sri Lankan side. It's Kamil Mishara making his debut. He's ODI cap number 218 for Sri Lanka. But otherwise, it's a pretty settled lineup. Sadira Samaravikrama coming in at number 4. Asalanka continues at 5. Janit Lialnage all-round has been very good at 6. 2 seam bowlers, that's interesting. Spin from Hasaranga and Theekshana. Kamidu Mendis, ambidextrous, could bowl a bit. The skipper himself. So that's also a pretty settled side as far as Sri Lanka is concerned. And they've had a good record so far in this format of the game. Right, they're coming out. So as it happens, the anthems are played and the players are lining up for the national anthems. That's the Sri Lankan squad and contingent. The coaches and the players, they're just settling in. They're quickly coming in, and we will have the anthems very soon. Right, we're all ready for the anthems, and let's listen to them.
Let's go.
Right, Asita Fernando has been the mainstay, the spearhead in that red ball attack, but he's been more than handy as a fast bowler. Starts off with a little bit of inward movement into the left-hander. He's off the mark.
You do need a bowler who is bold in test match.
Golden Pearl Healthy White Moisturizing Lotion. अब और कोई नहीं, सिर्फ.
You need more variations, you need more different type of discipline, but in ODIs I feel that if you have played enough 4-day cricket, if enough 5-day cricket, I think you'll suit for 1-day cricket also, because disciplines are required. And he's a swing bowler. He looks to swing the ball into the left-hander, and to the right-handers, of course, ball goes away. So he'll be searching for those pads up front. So a bit of swing first ball.
Nicely driven. Good fielding. Yeah, Asita Fernando tends to bring it back a little bit into the left-hander earlier on. Also decent pace, mid-130s. But interesting look at the two teams. The combinations. Pakistan have gone in with more seamers. 4 seamers. Sri Lanka just 2. Janith Lianage could bowl a bit of seam, but more spin. So that's going to be interesting, because fairly contrasting bowling makeups. Could see him batting outside the crease. Saim. Yeah, it looks a good surface, isn't it? Nice stride out, hitting the middle of the bat straight away.
It does give you illusion that a lot of grass on the surface, the ball will just deviate a lot, but not many occasions I've seen the ball seaming or swinging. So you've got to take a little bit of risk to bowl fuller and allow the ball to swing. The weather is good. It's a lot cooler than what we had maybe a couple of weeks ago. And it's just a perfect weather. Sun's out. Mellow weather.
Looking to bowl wicket to wicket, and we've seen him bringing the ball back into the left-hander. That's his general stock delivery, that he takes it away from the right-hander, Asita Fernando. But he will keep attacking the stumps all the time. Yeah, talking about the weather, it's lovely, isn't it? It's beautiful. Excellent, excellent for cricket.
When was the last time, Roshan, you visited Pakistan? It's been a while, isn't it?
It's been a while, but I always come when the weather is fine.
Yeah. We always welcome you in a good weather. Not a rainy weather. Yeah, it's very mellow. The sun is blazing down. It hits you, that sun, but because there's a little cooler weather there. Oh, this one close. Maybe just slipping down. Got to be very watchful when you're playing with the angle bat. You got to look to play straight. I think it might have just pitched outside the leg stump also.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Looked outside the leg stump to me. Sri Lankans were just half-hearted. No, in fact, pitched in line, maybe. Yeah, either an inside edge or swinging down the leg side. Asita Fernando was excited. Last ball of the over. Well bowled. Just back of a length, a bit of extra pace. Hurried him. One without loss.
Golden Pearl का Nutri-Serum वाला Healthy White Advanced Care Moisturizing Lotion. Love your skin.
One without loss. Put into bat. Pakistan. Another look at that LBW. Ah, there you are. You could see that that's an inside edge. So that's why umpire Alex Wolf wasn't too interested in that appeal. But otherwise, it looked a good shout. Dushman Chamira. He's been good. He's managed to keep himself fit. That has been one of his problems. He's been kind of in and out, but he's now played more regularly for Sri Lanka in the white ball format.
Yeah, this should be a good matchup, Chamira against Fakhar. Fakhar likes a bit of pace. Yeah, good start. Very good start. Good delivery and very good batting. Just made sure that you run those singles, hit it in the gaps. Just keep the scoreboard ticking. Just keep rotating the strikes if you're not getting loose deliveries. 50 over cricket, you don't have to rush. You can take your time a little bit and then maybe just go on. But Fakhar, with the nature of the beast, is he likes to get on. Soon you will see that he'll come out with a shot which you will not expect. But that's the way he plays.
Saim has been very good. Young man, I think he's already made a mark for himself on strike. See, one thing good about these two Sri Lankan opening bowlers so far is that they have been at the wickets. They've always been challenging the stumps. Asita has swung it back. The first two deliveries have been wicket to wicket. Sri Lanka obviously going with that plan.
Yeah, early on, it's so important to be disciplined as a bowler, because batters are always searching. They're always nervous, worried, hesitant. So the crucial bit is to just hit those lengths. Just don't give them easy, loose deliveries. That's a good delivery once again. Just the inside part of the bat will fetch Saim too. But not a bad delivery. He's pushing it up there.
Yeah, the lengths are so important, isn't it? There's very little movement for the faster bowlers. We've spoken about how good this surface is. So whenever or whatever they could get out of this newish ball is what the Sri Lankan fast bowlers are after. So they're going to go full. They're going to bowl wicket to wicket. Well, it's been a watchful start. Oh, lucky. That time went off the outside edge. For a moment I thought it was uppish, but very much in the gap. Was pushing at it. That ball left the left-hander.
Sri Lanka very conservative. They didn't put a second slip in. Yeah, very, very fine delivery. It wasn't there to be driven. Saim was pushing at it. Only one slip. I would have put two slips there. Because you got to pick up wickets. This is the surface. If you don't pick up wickets early on, you know, you might just struggle later.
Well bowled. Very well bowled. It's been impressive. Both opening bowlers have been good so far. It's the lines and lengths. Well, you could see that Chamira is not looking for express pace. He's bowling within himself. That one close to 140, but bowling within himself, looking for more control.
I have seen him throughout his career, you know, his injuries, and as part of the coaching team also when Pakistan toured Sri Lanka, and he was bowling quickly. Yes, he's a bit more wiser, is a bit more controlled, looking to hit the lengths like that. That's another very, very good delivery. 2 gone, 5 without loss.
Let's look at the two teams. Sri Lanka going in with Kamil Mishara, giving him his ODI debut. 218th cap for Sri Lanka. 2 seam bowlers. 1 seam bowling all-rounder, but 4 fast bowlers for Pakistan. Asita Fernando. Again, a very, very confident appeal that time. Got the feeling it was going down the leg side. They were very excited.
Yeah, on a few occasions we've seen Saim Ayub going across and looking to play mid-wicket. Are we going to take it? Just waiting on it. Yes. It'd be interesting to see where that ball was heading. Let's go to the third umpire.
TV umpire to director, we have a player review for LBW. On-field decision is not out. I've checked the feet placement and it's a fair delivery. Let's start with front run, please. Doesn't appear to be any bat involvement. To check that with ultra edge. Alex ultra edge is building. Stand by. Where it comes, I can see a clear gap as the ball passes the bat. Satisfied, no bat involved. Ball tracking whenever it is ready, please. Original decision is not out and the ball pitching outside leg. Alex will be staying with your not out decision. Stand by. You're on screen signal now.
I think that had a lot to do with Asita Fernando being convinced about that hitting the wicket. That was pitching outside the leg stump, and I also thought it was swinging down the leg side. So Sri Lanka has wasted a review quite early in the Pakistan innings. Now, how about that? Again, that time Fuller.
Straight away, the wicketkeeper says, no, not this time. We have already wasted one review, cannot afford another one. He's just straight away saying, taking his right hand out, suggesting to the captain and the bowler that this is going to slip down, it's not going to hit the stump, so no point taking another review. But he's bowling really well. Pakistani batters living dangerously, planting their front foot across and looking to hit through mid-wicket. I think when the ball is swinging, the best way to go is just play with full face of the bat and just wait. Don't have to rush.
He's getting movement, but he's going down the leg side. He's bowling more middle stump. That delivery outside the leg stump and just kept swinging. I think he's got the right idea that he's looking to target the stumps, looking to go full, but just outside the leg stump that time.
It's always tough for a right-arm fast bowler to just look to swing from outside the off stump of a left-hander batsman, because once you look to push the ball outside the off stump, ball sometimes doesn't swing. And with power play on, it's always a worry that you might get driven for 4. Very lucky, very lucky. This was the first ordinary delivery from Asita, and Fakhar couldn't take advantage of that.
I thought that was 4 written all over it. Really friendly delivery on the pads, and there was nobody behind mid-wicket. There is a man at square leg, so get it into the gap. That's a boundary.
The problem is when the ball is swinging, you're not worried about the gaps. You're worried about just keeping your pads out of the line, and then you forget sometimes that you have to pick up the gap also if you get a loose delivery. It plays in your mind when this sort of swing's going on. Oh, good delivery, very good delivery, very fine delivery. Using the bouncer very nicely, although the fine leg was inside the circle, but really surprised Fakhar.
I think it's a good change-up. He was looking to go full. He was seeing that Fakhar was looking to come forward and then immediately pushed him back with that short delivery. Yeah, rushed him as well. Surprised him with a bit of extra pace.
Yeah, cramped him also, because Fakhar was in no position to play that. Could have easily taken his glove.
Finds the fielder again, short and wide. He's bowled 2 ordinary deliveries in this over, the full toss and this one. Both times he's found the fielder.
He's missed out twice in this over. What Fakhar is saying right now is it's a slow surface. It's not really coming onto the bat. There might be a little bit of dampness in there. That's why we're seeing more swing and more seam. But it's not going to be there for too long. So the advantage with Sri Lanka, they have to really stick to the plan, stick to the disciplines. Yeah. Unlucky. Wasn't a bad delivery. 4 runs, the first boundary for Pakistan. And that completes the third. 11 for no loss.
Wear your attitude. Darren Sami by Asghar Ali.
Golden Pearl Healthy White Moisturizing Lotion. अब और कोई नहीं, सिर्फ Golden Pearl का न्यूट्रीसीरम वाला Healthy White Advanced Care Moisturizing Lotion. Love your skin.
Right, what do you think of that batting lineup? Babar Azam, Rizwan, there's Salman. It's a pretty strong batting lineup, isn't it? With the all-rounders coming in as well. Babar at 3. Was out of the side for a while, but back in, Babar Azam. Shamira continues. I mean, I love the control that he's brought into his game now. As you were speaking about him a little while earlier, or at least earlier on in his career, where he was more out and out pace. But now he's bowling at a good pace, around that high 130s to 140. But what's extremely impressive is the control that he brings in. And of course, staying fit has been a real bonus for Sri Lanka.
Yeah, he's 33 years of age, so whatever experience he had to gain is probably top of his game right now. Still looking to pitch it up and get some movement off the surface. I think Asitha is getting more swing. Chamira is more bounce and seam movement. But the control Chamira has shown so far has been really, really quality. Good.
Let's look at the Sri Lankan dugout. Sanath Jayasuriya. Always a very nervous person, isn't he? Oh, well bowled, well bowled. Lovely length. And that delivery held its line. Went past that outside edge. This is brilliant bowling.
When you're a seam bowler, it becomes harder for the batters because you don't know which way the ball's gonna go. He played it inside, ball landed on the seam and just moved away from Saim Ayub. And this is the hardest delivery to face for any batter. Bowling in limits, is not really pushing too hard. Bowling round about that 135, 138 margin line. Bowling beautifully.
This time, not a bad delivery again, but he's going to get some runs. Yeah, he needed that. There have been quite a few dots. And in fact, they're coming back for 3. That's good running. Good running. Putting some pressure on the Sri Lankan fielders. Pakistan needs that because there have been so many dots that they've played. 16 dots. They've been tied down by both seamers. Particularly Chamira, who's been very good with his line and length. But I could see that Saim Ayub has been looking to drive. He's looking to get that stride out against Chamira. That made him adjust that length, that previous delivery that went past that outside edge. You see that his line has been impressive. Absolutely impressive, the lines and lengths.
Pakistani batters are in no rush. We've seen it in the South African series also. Saim Ayub has been looking to take more time. 68% dot deliveries he's played against South Africa in the power play. 65 runs he's only scored. Strike rate 84. So it's not great going. Got to be a little bit more aggressive. Use your feet at times. Take a bit of risk.
Another good over. 4 done, 14 without loss.
गोल्डन पर्ल ब्यूटी क्रीम अब न्यू पैक और एडेड ग्लूटा सीरम के साथ बात बन जाए।
It is a pretty picture, isn't it? It's a beautiful picture. It's a lovely venue. This is the Rawalpindi Cricket Stadium. 14 without loss. Pakistan off to a watchful start. Sri Lankan fast bowlers attacking the stumps. Asita Fernando continues. Goes full again. Now that has to be close. That has to be close. He's thinking about it unless there was an edge. That looked very close to me.
Well, they have to take a review. The only thing can save Saim Ayub is probably the inside edge is taken it, is going upstairs once again to look for it. If no bat, I feel this is very, very close.
TV umpire to director, we have a player review for LBW. On-field decision is not out. I've checked the field placement and it's a fair delivery. Let's start with front run, please. Just roll it once again. Bat is very close to the ball. Need to check that with ultra edge if there is any bat involved. Roll it through. Satisfied. Ball has hit the boot first. No bat involved. Need to check with ball tracking now. Original decision is not out. Ball impact in line, wickets hitting. Alex, you need to change your decision. Stand by. Your screen signal now.
I thought that was plumb. That looked very good and the Sri Lankan review was justified. Very good review by Sri Lanka. Saim Ayub goes very early for 6. Pakistan 14 for 1. Well, Babar Azam, what a player he's been. Look at those numbers. Strike rate just under 90, average over 50, over 6,000 runs. A wonderful player. An absolute great that has come out of Pakistan. A great bat. Babar Azam was slightly off colour in the recent past. But now at number 3, and back in the side.
Like the approach from the Sri Lankans, putting two slips in, putting Babar Azam under pressure early on. Ball swinging, very well played. But what a bowler, what a spell he's bowling. Couple of appeals, but this one was again full. Simon Hughes falling all over, looking to play across. No chance. He was late on the ball, and that swing did it. Fantastic bowling. Good swing bowling.
He's been very good, both with the white ball in 50 over cricket. Great record in ODIs in 2025. Asita Fernando, 22 wickets in 10 games.
What happened there? Another very, very fine delivery. Did he hit the pad or he just missed it completely, going wide of the crease? Great seam, because he just missed the outside edge. And that off stump also. He's in the middle of a really good spell. Asita Fernando. Looking to bowl from wide of the crease. As a batter, you look to play inside the line, and if the ball leaves you, the ball seems you're in trouble. Another fantastic delivery. Babar Azam very watchful, very careful.
See, this will be a good contest. You spoke about right-arm bowlers to the left-handers, where Asita was swinging the ball back into the left-hander. But this is his stock delivery against the right-handers. Keep challenging the outside edge, and the odd delivery would hold its line just like that. But the previous one that you spoke about that missed everything was perfect, pitched and moved. So this will be a good contest. So I'm not surprised that those two slips are in for the right-hander.
Roshan, that's the reason I was saying earlier that you do need a test bowler playing ODI cricket, because the disciplines he brings in the ODIs, you need that in one-day cricket, especially early on with the new ball, the two new balls. So you do need a bowler who can bowl good, bowl well, and challenge that batter's outside edge and inside edge both with a good line and length. And I think it's a good move, giving Asintha a new ball. He's just in the middle of a very fine spell. Another very, very good delivery. He's just bowling that fourth stump, fifth stump line. 5 gone, 14 for 1 Pakistan.
Meet New Light and Glow BB Cream. Hydrates, skin को brighten and even tone करे, oil absorb करे, shrinks pores और दे full coverage makeup look all day. Light and Glow BB Cream.
Right, watchful start. But Sri Lanka has struck first blood. Time the batter dismissed by Asita. Chamira. Lovely shot and straight to the fielder. For the first time, you saw a Pakistan batter looking to play an aggressive shot and came off the middle of the bat, but found that man at extra cover.
And that's because Chamira has bowled a little bit outside the off stump. When he bowls straighter, it is hard. You have to take risk as a batter. He's one of those batters, Fakhar Zaman, who likes to play that, cover drive and likes to play behind point. That's his area. So just keep it straight. Again, a little bit fuller, a little bit slower this time, I felt. Last 20 deliveries, 18 has been dots. Only 2 scoring shots Pakistani batters have played. So that clearly indicates and shows that how good these two new ball bowlers have bowled.
I think it's quite clear what Sri Lanka is trying to do. They're looking to attack the stumps. They've mixed up the lengths of deliveries, but by and large, they look to bowl full. They found that seam movement, a bit of swing in the air to their liking. And there you are, you could see either full or just back of a length. And that tight line, either wicket to wicket or that fourth stump line, is always a challenge as a batter.
I don't mind batters taking time in ODIs, but the only issue I have is that when you go in the shell and not really scoring runs or not rotating strike also, then you suddenly lose a wicket and the new batter comes in. There's more pressure on him. Like Babar now, he's faced 5 deliveries. He's been very careful, watchful, because it's been great bowling. So you have to find a way to counter-attack at times.
Yeah, I think what you say makes a lot of sense about batters taking time at the top. But I also believe, again, as you say, the rotation of strike, looking for those singles, just making sure that there is some momentum rather than just going one way, about just playing dots and looking to survive only. And as you correctly said, you lose a wicket, then the newcomer, he's under a lot of pressure because the bowlers are already controlling things out there.
Kabira going around the wicket, trying to change the angle. He normally, when he goes around the wicket, he look to take the ball away from the left-hander. Likes to hit the seam hard, get that extra bounce because of his height. This will be interesting.
Yeah, again, nicely timed, finds the fielder. One thing about the Pakistan batters is they've looked to get on the front foot. They're looking for those drives. Both batters, both Ayub and also Fakar, they have looked to try and get that stride out. Just trying to counter the length that the Sri Lankan fast bowlers have been bowling at. But again, as you said, the line has been the key. Anything outside the off stump, they've gone after it. Wicket to wicket has been the area of challenge.
Last delivery of the 6th over, change of field, fine leg comes in, square leg goes back on the boundary. Just making Fakhr think that there might be a short delivery coming on his way. Again, hitting the fielder. Maiden over. 14 for 1 Pakistan after 6.
Wear your attitude. Darren Sami by Asghar Ali.
गोल्डन पर्ल ब्यूटी क्रीम अब न्यू पैक और एडेड ग्लूटा सीरम के साथ बात बन जाए।
$14 for 1. It's a slow start for Pakistan. Already 30 dots in the Pakistan innings, which tells you how compounded the problems have been for Pakistan at the moment, especially with the seam bowlers. Oh, well bowled, well bowled. Perfect line. Had movement, had bounce.
Well, this time around, Asita coming a little closer to the stumps and hitting the seam. Watch that seam. If you can present the seam around about that 4th stump, back of the length. Yeah, beauty. The seaming away, bit of bounce. Babar can only smile that he didn't nick. Tough times for Pakistan.
You spoke about the surface and you spoke about how good it will get as you go in. Take a look at this. This is the surface that we're playing on. Waqar Yunus thought it was a good flat pitch. You were talking about 300 plus scores. So you're looking at a Pakistan approach which is taking their time and looking to survive maybe. And then changing gears, you think that's the way forward?
Look, you're allowing the bowlers to settle. You know, fast bowlers, what they need is a batsman getting in a defensive mode. That's what all the fast bowlers search for. And if you just keep playing dot deliveries, not really coming in bowler's zone and trying to do something different, he'd be happy to just stick to that line and length and keep bowling those maidens or maybe dot deliveries, maximum more deliveries. More pressure will be created on Pakistani batters. The more dot balls they will play. So they have to break the shackles and they have to really come out and do something different. Because new ball, you need to put bat on ball. If you don't play those big drives or don't play those big shots, this ball is going to stay hard. And it's going to carry on swinging for a longer period. I think Sri Lanka might be just thinking that, why didn't we play the third seamer? They have pacers and spinners in their side, more spinners. I know they are match winners, both the spinners. But pacers are doing a fantastic job at this stage. And it's all about discipline. I think Asitha, what we've seen, he brought the discipline in the bowling. And from the other end, Chamira is really supporting him well. He's not really getting much seam movement. But what he's doing is just making sure that he doesn't leak runs. And that's how, or that's what you call bowling in tandem.
Just looking at that Sri Lankan side, in hindsight, what you say is right. I mean, they would have loved to have had the third seamer. They've gone with this bowling combination. They've gone with two seamers and the two spinners. And then they searched for the fifth bowler. And they got the options. They got a seam bowling all-rounder in Janit Lianage who could bowl. Well, the captain could bowl a few overs. There is the ambidextrous in Kamidu Mendy. So that has generally been Sri Lanka's bowling makeup. But having said that, watching the fast bowlers bowl here, a third seamer would be handy.
Can bowl and a bowler is a little bit of difference in that. So I feel if you're getting a seam movement like this, you need a third seamer. Another excellent over, third consecutive maiden, 7 gone, 14 for 1.
Where your attitude? Darren Sami by Oscar Ali.
A bowling change. Mahesh Tikshana replaces Dushmanta Chamira. Wonderful start by the two seamers from Sri Lanka's point of view. Charita Salanka won the toss. Sri Lanka prefer to chase. And the conditions here also dictate that you do look to chase. Last 20 balls, Amir. That's since the wicket fell. Or just before. No runs have been scored.
Yeah, it shouldn't perturb both the batters because this surface is good. And when you talk about Fakhar Zaman's ability, he can easily make it up. Yes, they've been tethered because of some good bowling. There is no doubt about it. The new ball has been bowled with ultimate control. Didn't offer anything to the Pakistani batters.
Slip in place. A run after 21 balls for Pakistan. Doesn't look like there's too many demons in this pitch. As Waqar did point out, just a little bit of seam movement.
Yeah, but there is inconsistent bounce. The bounce is not true, and that's what has worried Pakistani batters. That's why they've been very watchful. Now Fakhar is looking to establish himself out there in the middle. And we all know, once he establishes himself, he's mighty dangerous. But anyway, it's good to have you in Pakistan, Russell.
Good to be back after a while. Lots of memories here in Pakistan in the past, in our playing days.
Don't talk about that 6 you hit me.
1-6 in my career, in Peshawar. And Pakistan's always been a place Sri Lanka loved to come and play cricket. 1996 World Cup final. Won out here, with all of Pakistan cheering Sri Lanka on. And hence it's always been a special place.
You guys reciprocate as well. Traveling to Sri Lanka, all the Pakistanis.
Now suddenly able to find the gaps and pick up a few runs. Looking at the pitch, Amir, you wouldn't feel that the spinners will have much of a say. Of course, Tikshana, Hasaranga, talk about them because Sri Lanka are bowling first. With their quality, with their mystery, they might have an impact, but it's not a pitch that's going to really threaten the batters. 3 runs, 4 runs off the Tikshana over, 18 for 1.
Dandruff free, मजबूत बालों के लिए I use Hello Hair Anti Dandruff Shampoo, tea tree और mint oil से करें dandruff का सॉफ्टवेयर अपडेट. Hello Hair Anti Dandruff Shampoo.
ICT. We are in Islamabad capital territory. Rawalpindi in the outskirts of Islamabad, the capital of Pakistan. Asita Fernando gets a 5th over. 2 slips away. Just the right move. He's been getting that ball to go past Babar Azam's outside edge. Little too straight this time.
It's the era of electronic vehicles. And if you're looking for one, Inverex, Zaya's the car to go for. Charge fast, drive smart. Yeah, to further your point, on a pitch like this, as a spinner, you do need to do a lot of things, variations and all that to invigorate a batsman, not like a turning track. That has been the problem. He has middled quite a few deliveries, Fakhar Zaman, but he hasn't been able to farm the gap. It's a popular game in Pakistan, the most revered cricket.
And look at those posts in the distance. Australian footy, AFL. 2 large sticks and the side sticks, you got to try and get the ball in between. 6 through the 2 center poles. Very popular sport. Only in Australia though.
Getting popular in Pakistan. We are a supporting nation, yeah. So.
Kidding me, aren't you?
No, I'm not. You're very athletic. Yeah, as a spinner on a turning track, all you need to do is land the ball in the right area and pitch will do something for you. But here, you have to variate like the faster bowler did. Exploited the conditions very well. Not predictable. Use different lines and lengths to be able to get hold of the batsman in a proper way.
And that fuller one, that's what got the wicket. It swings late for Asita Fernando. And when you're able to come into left-handers, which is Fakhar Zaman and Saim Ayub facing most of those deliveries. He's hit that well in front of square. It's been a while since the crowd had a boundary to cheer for.
You know, as a batter, you have to keep on thinking how to outsmart a bowler. You know, Fakhar Zaman has been batting from leg stump guard, but this time around decided he's going to change the guard to be able to work that angle in a proper way. He was batting from the middle stump, made it easier for him to work the ball on the onside and picked up a boundary, which was elusive.
No, I mean, the other factor that Asita Fernando has to realize here is the strings disappeared. This is the 5th over with this ball, and generally, you get the ball to swing the first 2-3 overs. He made it count. But now, if he goes for that length, it becomes a free hit. Tries again. This time running the fingers over. So he's got to adjust his length. Now we saw in that pitch map that they were bowling very much fuller. It's got to become slightly shorter to adjust to the lack of swing now.
Yeah, that's a problem with faster bowlers who are diminutive in their height. To land the ball back of the length. One thing you associate with them is to float the ball up to the batter to be able to get some swing. But I think that'll be a big ask from Asita to bowl back of the length and still trouble batters.
Slightly closed face, not working in Fakhar Zaman's favour. He tries to practice the fact that you to keep that face open and try to hit through the line. He's played quite a few shots for nothing because he's not got that timing right.
Yeah, he's not a player who plays the ball close to his body. He reaches for the deliveries, and that's why at times he misses out on placing the ball into the gap. To hit the ball hard.
Six runs off the 9th. Pakistan are 24 for 1.
Wear your attitude. Darren Sami by Asghar Ali.
Two big overs are the overs where the boundaries were scored. Only 2 of them, both off the bat of Fakhar Zaman. Last over of the power play. Lanka will feel his bowlers have done a very good job for him. Usually Sri Lanka go on to pick up 2 wickets at an average in the power play. Only 1. Now, as these 2 batters have now taken time play themselves in. Fakhar Zaman 12 off 25. Babar's faced 16. 4. Slightly short, and Babar carves it through the offside.
Yeah, at times as a batter you have to bide your time to be able to warm up for the job and wait for an opportunity and then pounce. From there on, as a batter, you need to pressurize more. By improvising, by taking a bit of chance.
And you also have to look up and plan your innings. There's another 40 overs to come. You also look up and see what Sri Lanka have to offer. That 5th bowling option. Part-timers in good batting conditions. You can really take to them. So these 2 playing themselves in. Gaining a bit of momentum will be to Pakistan's advantage because Asita Fernando's bowled 5, Chamira 3. So Sri Lanka will struggle to go back there. Now he's got Hasaranga to come in, and then 10 overs, at least 10 overs between Kamindu Mendis, Janit Lienage and himself. Now that's a situation or opportunity for Pakistan to catch up and put pressure on the Sri Lankans.
Now calculations are the must. You want to meet success, regardless whether you're a bowler or a batter. You need to be one step ahead of the opposition. End of the power play 1. Pakistan 28 for 1.
Wear your attitude. Darren Sami by Asghar Ali.
To insert Pakistan in. It was all about the fast bowlers, bowled with a lot of control, and then Asitha was rewarded for his hard work. He removed Saim Ayub, but Fakhar Zaman and Babar Azam has shown a lot of defiance.
Yep, the signal for the start of the second power play. Overs number 11 to 40. Sri Lanka a little bit more cushion in terms of how the field is set. A maximum of 4 allowed outside the circle.
And here's the chance for the Pakistani batters you were referring to and alluding to. Now, as a batter, you have to pick out a bowler to go after. Here's the option.
Janit Lienage doesn't bounce. He's not express. He'll bowl a few slower balls. And it's more a mix and match situation for Asalanka. He's gone to Lienage early rather than to Hasaranga because he's got to pace or space those bowlers out. Have an attacking option available. Not overly use them. If Lienage can get through 2-3 cheap overs. Oh, big shout, big shout. Nothing from Worf. Just the one review remaining. The Lanka thinks he takes it, he takes it. They feel that's pretty straight.
TV umpire to director, we have a player review for LBW. On-field decision is not out. I've checked the feet placement and it's a fair delivery. Let's start with front row, please. Doesn't appear to be any bat involved. Need to check that with the outrage. Outrage is building, Alex. Roll it through to the bat. Clear gap as the ball passes the bat. Satisfied, no bat involved. Ball tracking whenever it is ready, please. Original decision is not out and ball pitching outside leg. Alex, you will be staying with your not out decision. Stand by.
Both reviews lost.
Your screen signal.
So unlucky, Janit Lienage. Need a bit more of that ball to pitch in line with the stumps, but that looked awfully close. Fakhar Zaman had no idea how it hit that back pad. Neither do we, how he missed it.
Yeah, I was surprised when that review was taken. As a bowler, you know that there is a chance of ball pitching outside. That's nicely done. The timing was there for Fakhar Zaman. Picks up 2. So if you're not bringing the ball back into the left-hander, it's going to be futile. So that surprised me. Why did he go for that?
So close. If you roll it on, it's crashing into the stumps with the bat nowhere near. That's what prompted the Sri Lankans to go for it, and it's only the 11th over. 2 reviews blown out.
So far, it's good for Lienage. the pace he bowls with. As a bowler, you need to be clever. You need to be wily. And so far, what we have seen from him with first 4 deliveries, he's not predictable with his line and lengths. He's bowled a couple of deliveries outside the off stump. The last delivery back of the length with bit of pace behind it. So he has to keep on thinking how to go about the job.
Look, it just doesn't seem it's easy to hit through the line. The ball seems to be holding up a bit. Some skidding through, variable pace and bounce on offer. That's what Babar seems to be telling Zaman.
It also happens when the bowlers are bowling with control and you see an opportunity where you could actually hit the ball hard into the gap. You try. You actually try to hit the ball very hard and you miss out. It's 31 for 1.
.31 for 1. Pakistan looking to break free. Looking at the pitch, Amir, and how it's playing for the moment. We thought 280 is par. You still stick by that?
Yes. Because we haven't seen the ball turning a lot, and Pakistani batters, they are so attuned to play on such surfaces where there is inconsistent bounce. It's a flicker-free moment. At the moment, Sri Lankans are enjoying it. Download the app now and get the insurance you need on your fingertips. The ball is coming onto the bat quite nicely. The reason why at times we see batsmen mistiming the ball, because they're trying to hit the ball very hard rather than timing it. And that happens when you are under pressure. You have played so many dot deliveries.
The only disadvantage for Pakistan at the moment, Amir, is that the batters can't use that app. They got to only rely on their timing. Phones are not allowed out there. What should be the approach though? With Lianage, the 5th bowler, Asalanka looking to get through some of those overs. Do you take a chance? Is it the moment you seize to put some pressure and give Asalanka something to think of? Or do you just keep going like this? Dipped in the air safely. Bounces and spins towards the sweeper, so hence just the one.
Two reviews taken, both exhausted, because the ball clearly pitched outside the leg stump.
That first one was an awful review, but I can understand why they went for that second one.
Okay, tell me why.
It was a lot closer. I did think that probably it was in line, so I was wrong there, but by millimeters, Amir.
You're getting old, Russell.
One thing's for sure, I will not be overtaking you. I will always be much younger, Amir.
Yeah, you will always be a kid. Runs are flowing now for Pakistan. Another boundary. Second boundary for Babar Azam against Tikshana. Good way to end the over, 38 for 1.
Hello Hair Anti-Dandruff Shampoo. Tea tree और mint oil से dandruff खत्म, itch removed, बाल moisturized और scalp refreshed. Hello Hair Anti-Dandruff Shampoo.
Barber hasn't missed out. Deekshana. Well, we know you're not going to get much off this pitch, and hence your line of attack, your mode of attack needs to change. Biggest over of the innings, 7 runs off it. A with his second. Runs, more runs. This time it'll be leg buys. Strange how when you hit a boundary or two and get the ball into gaps, suddenly you feel a lot better and you find more gaps.
It's all about finding rhythm, isn't it? Well, he's struggling to find one. Fakhar Zaman, he's been there for 33 deliveries. And Russell, it won't be a bad idea because the wicket keeper is not by the stumps. And with the pace Lianage is bowling, he shouldn't mind jumping out of the crease and create some pressure on the bowler, who's an auxiliary bowler. That's where Pakistani batters, they need to cash in. You have to do something different on a pitch like this to be able to create fear in the mind of a bowler.
High 120s is Janit Lianage's speeds. You've got to give the fielding captain something to think of. You can't let him go through his bowling changes and be comfortable. I think it's time to bring Hasaranga on and give Deekshana a little break. There we go. Just what you were talking about. Try and do something different. Try and get Lianage off that length. Or the other factor is these two batters have decided 230 is enough, and hence at this stage we don't need to do anything silly or try too hard. But a lot of talk of both captains at the toss mentioned the due, and hence 230. You would think under such conditions will not be enough because the ball will slide on.
Yeah, when you talk about contemporary cricket, 6 and over is easy. Batters are so attuned to achieve that. Almost 40 overs are left for Pakistan. It was at 37. If you score with a rate of 6 and over, you still have a chance to get to 280. So it's all about being intelligent.
Four off that, 42 for 1.
Where your attitude? Darren Sami by Asghar Ali.
Four bowlers used. Deekshana the most expensive. No surprises. He's not going to be an attacking weapon in these conditions. Got to get him in. Wanindu Hasaranga didn't feature in Sri Lanka's last ODI series due to injury. Good to have him back. Petita and two spinners in tandem, that's when they're at their potent best.
And Sri Lanka has a lot of faith in Hasaranga and his abilities. That's why there is a slip in place on a pitch which is not offering much to the spinners as yet. That is a different story when you talk about wrist spinners. They do get some purchase from all kind of surfaces.
Loves that wrong one. That's his go-to delivery. That's his stock delivery from Hasaranga. He's got a lowish release point. He falls somewhat on that front knee and hence doesn't get that height. Very difficult to decipher. Good use of the feet. But no timing again.
Yeah, the intentions were to hit the ball aerial. Since it got too close to the pitch of the delivery, he had to play the ball all along the ground.
It-off is in the circle. This is more the role the spinners will have to play. Try and get through overs for 4 runs, maybe 5, rather than search and search. That's where Sri Lanka might, at this particular moment, feel another frontline seamer might have been handy when you watched Asita Fernando and Dushmantha Chamira operate.
And the situation is such, as a bowler, you don't have to vary it a lot because batters are under pressure. They have to force the issue, not you as a bowler. So all you need to do is land the ball in right areas. Ask the batters to make play.
Four singles. Off the 14th, Pakistan quietly getting themselves up to 46 for 1. At the end of the 14th over, the players will have drinks.
गोल्डन पर्ल ब्यूटी क्रीम अब न्यू पैक और एडिड ग्लूटा सीरम के साथ बात बन जाए.
Wear your attitude. Darren Sami by Oscar Ali.
Meet New Light and Glow BB Cream. Hydrate, skin को brighten and even tone करे, oil absorb करे, shrink pores और दे full coverage makeup look all day. Light and Glow BB Cream.
Welcome back to the Pindi Cricket Stadium. 46 for 1 in the first 14. If you've just joined us, remember Sri Lanka won the toss and elected to bowl first. Saim Ayub, the only wicket to fall to a phenomenal spell by Asita Fernando. Great run of form in 2025 and a beautiful setup as well to bring up that wicket.
Yeah, excellent bowling both by Fernando and Chamira. They're both asking questions, just bowling nice and straight, attacking the stumps. Saim Ayub was in all sorts of problem, falling all over, head falling all over, and then looking to just play it on the onside. Watch that head. When you have your head outside the line of the ball, you're always in problem, always in trouble. Not the first time it happened 3 or 4 times. Lucky that a couple of times he got away with things, and then suddenly the full length delivery hitting the boot, and it was straightforward decision. So far well controlled by the Sri Lankan bowlers. New ball bowled beautifully. LANKA now has bowled 2 overs for 5 runs. He's an opener who can bowl a bit, and there's so much in the surface, Aruj, that you know, you're not playing the third seamer. Even the non-regular bowler who's really getting a little movement off the surface. The pitch looked a little damp, but I wasn't expecting the ball to swing that much.
And just on that, Vakar, interesting choices of the first 11 the both teams have played. He makes up their third seamer for Sri Lanka to go along with the spinners in Tikshana and Hasaranga. But Pakistan going with 4 out-and-out seamers. Throw Hussain Talat in there as well. So we've got 5 options. They've left Abrar out, but you've still got Salman Ali Agha and Saim Ayub in the mix with Mohammad Nawaz. So given the surface and given what we've seen so far, yes, still a long way in this game. Pakistan probably have a little bit more options available to them.
They've played 4 seamers with, as you said, Hussain Talat also can roll his arm. So they have got plenty of options. With Mohammad Nawaz with the left arm spin, Salman Ali Agha. So there's plenty of options when you talk of the bowling. But Pakistan do need runs on the board. So far it's been slow going, but both these batters have taken their time. I guess time to kick on very soon. A very first time in the game we've seen a little sloppy fielding from the Sri Lankans.
Samara Vikrama over there just allowing for that single to go through. They're brilliant in the first 10. Pakistan very watchful. We put that down to some extremely good swing bowling. Targeted the stumps throughout. Both Chamira and Fernando. The moment Pakistan are looking comfortable in the partnership building, that of 35 of 64. It's taken its time, as at the entire 14.4 overs. It's taken its time, but Pakistan need to keep rolling the strike over. You mentioned on comms a little while earlier the number of dot deliveries in the recent past. Pakistan have played in the power play so far already 10 overs. 60 deliveries so far, but what they now need to do is convert.
Captaincy has been really good, putting the fielders in the right area, right slot. Anything loose has been played well, but straight to the fielder, and I think that's where they missed out. Just keep rotating the strike. Very, very good bowling, finding the right length. 15 gone, 49 for 1 Pakistan.
The dot counter just taking over. Pakistan will want to turn over the 1s and 2s. Boundaries have been hard to come by as well. Just the 4 4s so far in the first 15 overs here in Pindi. Seems to be an area of batting again. You were talking a little while earlier where Pakistan have found themselves stuck on the crease. Haven't found that intent so far to skip down the track, belt the ball past the bowler.
Very smart bowling by Hasaranga. Hasaranga knows that Pakistani batters, both these left and right-hander batter, they are under pressure. So they are looking to take a risk. So it's bowling a little slowly. Again, dot delivery. Don't think they're going to give much away unless you're willing to take a bit of risk. They're going to keep hitting that length. Last delivery, 84 kilometers an hour. One little short. Again, straight to the man.
Yeah, not easy, and you just feel something's got to give. Either Fakhar Zaman picks up a certain length that he can jump down to. Because at the moment, Hasaranga, along with the other Sri Lankan bowlers, has just dried the rungs up. 50 up for Pakistan. It's also the variations in pace. There's a good 20-kilometer difference between how slow he can drop it. Hasaranga started the over at 76 kilometers per hour and all the way up to 95 as well. Top stuff once again from Hasaranga. Just the one of the over. 50 for 1. A long way to go in this game. We're still only in the 16th over. There hasn't been any extravagant turn as you'd expect in Pindi. One of the better tracks, one of the more faster scoring venues across the cricketing venues available. Second on the list in terms of the average runs scored here. So also the outfield very quick. Full face of the bat on that occasion. Timing also top-notch from Babar Azam. First boundary in 25 deliveries.
Got a little greedy. The young guys just look to bowl a little fuller. And Babar Azam not going to miss out on those. Pure timing right on top of the ball, making sure he hits it straight. That will make him feel good. 5th boundary of the inning. Pakistan have not lost too many wickets. That's the plus for them. They need a big partnership here. Again, a very good length delivery. Swinging away from Babar Azam. I really like about the Sri Lankan bowling is even though when they got hit for boundary, they're not really moving from the region they're looking to bowl. They're not trying too many things. They're keeping it simple. And that's what Fernando did. Chamira bowled with a bit of pace also. 3 overs for 7 runs is given.
Bit of a loosener. A little bit of width, but straight to the sweeper. Our favorite moment, isn't it? The Vigotel selfie moment, the official handset partner. Just losing the radar here. Previous occasion as well, short and wide to the left-hander. This time, similar line, but to the right-hander. It's one thing you and Wasim Akram talk about repeatedly. in terms of getting your fundamentals right and not shying away from the plan that is working. If your stock delivery is working, and there's an example that you've just mentioned about what Sri Lankan quicks have done, that they've just kept on hammering at that length, a hint of shape with the ball throughout, and they haven't moved away from it.
What batters need to do is, if a bowler is set and bowling a certain length, if you're not willing to take risk, if you're not really looking to use your feet, at least have gaps in mind and push the ball in the gap and look for rotating the strike, which not seen enough. This one punched toward mid-wicket for only single. 60 for 1.
Ten runs off that last over, by far the highest and the only one so far, and Pakistan will want a few more of those. 46 now between the two, Babar and Fakhr, and just seems like the momentum's picking up. The last 5 overs, 22 runs with the 1 boundary in it as well. That's the intent, that's the shot, and those are the 6 runs. 50 partnership as well, and Fakhr just cutting loose.
Good early pressure in the over from Fakhr. I was expecting this straight after the drinks break. It came little late, but came very, very nicely. 50 partnership between these two.
For the first time in the 17.2 overs, we just seen the Pakistani batters do something to throw the Sri Lankan bowling line off their plans. And the best thing about that was charge on the very first delivery. Pressure onto the bowler, and follows the 6 up with a single. Getting Hasaranga to think about the next delivery now. That's the discussion, Vakar. The bowlers don't need to change anything if their plan A is working, because the batsmen so far did not try and do anything to throw them off their plans. That was the first sign of something just coming, and now it just puts the pressure back onto the bowlers, making them think of a different plan.
Hasaranga will be worried in this over. First ball gone for 6, is given 8 in first 4 deliveries. He'll be very watchful, careful where he's going to land the ball. Oh, missed it completely. It wasn't there. It seemed like Hasaranga knew what Fakhr Zaman was thinking. Easy stumping.
Yeah, you almost feel it's the amalgamation of the pressure. Fakhr been out there since the start. It's a wrong one that he just pushes through. Fakhr come down the wrong line. Touch slower in the air as well. And no chance for him to return. Simple take behind the stumps. Hasaranga has 1. Coach really likes it as well. Sanat Jayasuriya for Sri Lanka. Fakhr Zaman goes for 32. Pakistan 68 for 2.
यार चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर दो, वीडियो मतलब लाइक कर दो।
In at 4 for Pakistan, Mohammad Rizwan. Another experienced campaigner, plenty of runs, nearing the 3,000 run mark in the ODI format. Good average as well at 40. Now what Pakistan need is for the two most experienced campaigners, the two that have the most amount of runs, to get stuck in. But from the onset, not allow Sri Lanka to mount pressure again.
Pulling the length nicely. Hasaranga he's got so much experience, and he was keeping a very close eye on Fakhar's feet. Because he got hit for 6 first delivery, he knew Fakhar is on the charge. He's going to look for another one, and fantastic bowling, pulling the length back and foxed him in the air. Lankan flag flying really high at the moment. Done a great job so far. Final delivery of the 18th over. Still on the attack. Has got slipped there. Oh! Well, really slowly, Hasaranga. 18 gone. Pakistan 68 for 2.
Another great delivery. A wrong one. Not quite sure where Mohammad Rizwan was trying. The ball turning just marginally. This beautiful display of leg spin bowling, the control he has over length and the subtle variations in pace. Nothing out of the hand. The arm speed remains the same for Hasaranga. He has won so far. Babar and Rizwan together now. Babar moves to 24 with that single. With Bank Alphala and over 1,100 of their branches, you can open your account, go to the nearest branch, enjoy various free services, earn your orbit points and maintain or grow your balance. Fantastic stuff.
Yange is doing a real good job for his team. Coming in, would have missed the stumps completely. I think Rizwan was expecting the ball to move away from him. He'd been watching from the other end, so seeing the ball going away. He's just premeditated, just planting the front leg. There you go. Came back nicely. 2 deliveries he's faced so far. Not looking that great.
Just getting a hint of shape. Still through, seam position very good. That previous delivery to Rizwan, maybe just starting too far straight. Sri Lanka have already burnt 1. Apologies, both reviews. Lost both reviews to balls pitching outside the leg stump. So very early in the piece, Sri Lanka will now hope they don't get a close call which doesn't go their way. Ball nipping around and them targeting the stumps, you feel decisions just have to be referred, but won't be the case for Sri Lanka. 1 of 3 ODIs here in Pindi. Bakar, I think it's one of those where you just want to throw the umpire off. Down the leg side, brushes the pads and you go up.
He got something on that ball, maybe just clipping the... there was sound. I know what you're saying, what you mean, but not on that occasion. Another very good over comes to an end. 19 gone, 72 for 2 Pakistan.
72 for 2 in 19. Wicket apiece to Fernando and Hasaranga. And he will continue into his 4th now. This will be a very interesting matchup. Rizwan, who doesn't like to be tied on the crease, can sometimes get into awkward positions. And more importantly, likes the sweep shot as well. Saranga's been bowling a wonderful spell. Subtle variations in pace. And a very good googly up his sleeve also. Gets it fine. And the sweeper cut it off. Rizwan with his first 4 of his innings.
Rizwan will play those funky shots. That's how he operates. Very quick on his knee and just tapped it down to fine leg for a boundary. He's one of those players who will keep himself busy. He will keep looking for runs, and Pakistan do need runs at this stage. Going is really, really slow at this stage.
Straight! Absolutely straight. Wrapped on the back foot. Rizwan has to go.
What a bowler. What a delivery. Complete misjudgment of the length by Mohammad Rizwan. Went back on the delivery which was coming in, and I think he was expecting the ball to spin away. Got very late on it, and it was bullseye. Watch that. He had no clue, just looking to play on the onside at the last second, and by that time it was too late. Hasaranga, another wicket for him. Another breakthrough for Sri Lanka. Rizwan gone for 5, 76 for 3.
Salman Ali Agha walks out into the middle. Babar Azam is bringing up to speed with what's happening. That's because Pakistan have lost 3 wickets. Good start to his ODI career. 41 the average. Big 100 to his name, 134 his highest score. But at the moment he has to cater to the spin from Hasaranga. So far Pakistan have found it extremely difficult to pick him and then have any scoring opportunities available against him. Slip still in.
Over the years, Hasaranga has really performed well against Pakistan. Something about Hasaranga Pakistani batters don't like, and that's the reason, because he bowls straight. You're always asking questions. Another very, very fine over comes to an end. Only 5 runs and a wicket. 77 for 3.
Right ingredients, right treatment, 100%. तो करें डैंड्रफ का सॉफ्टवेयर अपडेट with Hello Hair Anti-Dandruff Shampoo. Confidence 100%.
Three wickets down for Pakistan. First, Saim Ayub fell at 14, and then the other 2 came in quick succession. 68 for 2 and 76 for 3. Last wicket, that of Mohammad Rizwan, trapped in front. Liange will continue a long spell here, 6 into his 6th.
Such an advantage when you're non-regular bowler comes in and bowls 5 or 6 overs and keep things tight. When you have Hasaranga on the other end, we saw in the first spell also, when Fernando was swinging the ball, it was Jaminda's job to sort of keep things really tight. So they have bowled together really well so far. Hasaranga is on the attack, he's looking for wickets, he's picked up 2. And Leange, who's not regular when you talk of bowling, is into his 6th over. He's only given 21 runs. So the plans are really working for Sri Lanka.
KFC, the official food partner throughout the series. Okay, I've just been told by Azim, our stats guy, who's provided a pretty stark stat, as he so often does. He's just told me that Leange at an average only bowls 3 overs. Just goes to show you how well he's fit in and how well he's done to be given the 6th on a trot. 16 bowling innings, he's played 28 games, but in 16 times that he's bowled in one international cricket, at an average has just bowled the 3. So far doing a fantastic job for the skipper. Justin needed a direct hit.
I think the plan was to bowl him 3 overs. But from the other end, Hasaranga kept on taking wickets. The new batsman come in. He probably requested him to just come and bowl maybe 1 every time. Or this would have been out if that ball would have hit the stumps. Samira was the fielder at short fine leg. So when your other bowler is picking up wickets from the other end, so your captain would like to just carry on with you. This one a little loose, maybe too many overs for him. 8 off the over and 85 for 3 Pakistan.
Yeah, twice in a row, touch 2 straight now.
Golden Pearl Healthy White Moisturizing Lotion. अब और कोई नहीं, सिर्फ Golden Pearl का न्यूट्री सीरम वाला Healthy White Advanced Care Moisturizing Lotion. Love your skin.
Another good over for Pakistan. 21 done, 85 for 3.
Been good. Janit Leange just expensive in that last over, which spoils his figures somewhat. But from Sri Lanka's point of view, Hasaranga has managed to get through 6 overs of that 5th bowler. That's a massive bonus, but it's time to go back to Theekshana. Have Hasaranga and Theekshana bowling in tandem for a bit, because another wicket here will put Pakistan under pressure. Tremendous pressure, in fact.
Yeah, it's a battle for Pakistan. They've lost wickets. They haven't been able to dominate. Sri Lanka has been able to keep them in check. Some fine bowling at the top, but
Lanka can try and pick up those wickets. So get your best 2 bowlers on for the moment. It's a time to squeeze, because if you let these 2 batters bat for a while, 6 and over, 7 and over gets you still to that 260, 270. Runs on the board, always crucial.
Asrang, interestingly, just into his third game against Pakistan in ODI cricket. Ah, that's a poor delivery. That is a really poor delivery. In the gap, and that's gone for 4. That is a rankful toss. And, well, Pakistan couldn't have expected anything better at this stage.
Yeah, the pressure was building. A few dot balls. Salman Ali Agha, the captain, playing at deliveries that were just not there. But now, this boundary with getting himself a few runs, he'll feel a lot better. The T20I captain, Salman Ali Agha. Towards the call. Suddenly, the runs begin to flow. 15 off the last 2 overs, 92 for 3. .92 for 3. Well, a partnership, 16 of 14. Yeah, Lenage, 6 overs. I thought it'll be Teekshana, but he's gone to Chamira, one of your frontline bowlers. Right, now he's got 6 overs from Janit Lenage, so basically he needs to find 4 more overs. So Chamira has 7 left, Asita has 5. So he's got those options available. Chamira obviously will be here for a short burst. And then will come back and bowl at the death. Got to space them out very carefully and cleverly. Chamira is the bowler that he can rely on at any stage of the game. More than likely bring Asita Fernando much later. Russell, about the new Chamira we see. I mean, from someone who would run in, bend his back and bowl really quickly, to a far more controlled Dushmanta Chamira. Punched into the gap. He'll want 2 here. And he'll get 2. But you could see that maturity that has crept into Chamira's game. It's far more controlled. Bowls within himself sometimes. Right, just to remind you, Hello Hair Shampoo. You can have 100% confidence, particularly with dandruff-free hair. So make sure Hello Hair Shampoo. I think you need some. I have no dandruff. I'm fine. But if I do, I know what to take. If I do, I will use Hello Hair Shampoo. Well, hello hair. Hello there. You're naughty, Russell. We always knew that, but you're getting naughtier. You mentioned Chamira's pace. He's got the ability to get it through. He knows when to let loose as well. And sometimes that extra pace is really important. What the point I'm trying to make here is that he mixes it up so well. You talk about the extra pace. Yes, he's gone at 145, but he's generally in that zone where he controls it, but bowls at a quick enough pace. And even the first spell today, which we saw, you did see good pace, but also control.
See, and the other thing about him is the accuracy. He's been at the stumps, at the batter all the time. Brilliant lines and lengths. And the lines have been outstanding.
I know quite a few bowlers around the world who, with maturity, have hauled themselves back in and bowled within themselves to a draw. Used to do that. You pick your moments when you bend that back. But otherwise, it's about control. It's about those subtle variations and changes, angles to deceive the batter.
यार चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर दो, लाइक कर दो, please.
Well bowled. Well bowled again. Excellent over from Chamira. Just 2 runs off it. 94 for 3.
Wear your attitude. Darren Sami by Oscar Ali.
Well, that's a look at the Sri Lankan bowling. Very impressive. Look at the 2 fast bowlers at the top. Excellent spells. Chamira bowls just 3. He's come back for a second spell. Diction is slightly disappointing. I thought Leonage's 6 overs was useful. They're continuing with Hasaranga. Hasaranga bowling in the low 80s, looking to bowl slower, searching for something off this track. There's really nothing in this for the spinners.
Yeah, we haven't seen it turn, but he's bowled those angles, change of pace. He's also used flight. Bowled! Through the gate she goes. 3rd wicket for 1 into Hasaranga. And what's disappointing, Roshani, is all 3 dismissals. It's been off the wrong and you know it. That's what he will keep bowling.
You talk about the days of matchups and so much of information that the batters have, and you still fall for it. Another wrong one, and that has been his wicket-taking delivery, and completely. Look at the gap between bat and pad of Barber. Deceived and bowled him. Massive scalp.
It was the pace. It was the pace. He threw the shot early, and it just slides through. Babar Azam, 29 of 51. Pakistan are 95 for 4.
Right, Pakistan in a spot of bother here. Hussain Talat is the new batter. Doesn't really carry too much of experience, just 8 matches. Not much to show in terms of runs, but Pakistan needs a massive effort here, if I'm stating the obvious.
Good position now, Lanka. Won't be happy. Mike Hesson very pleased with the series win against South Africa, but was the first to admit that there's a lot more work to be done. We all know that. Around here, South Africa is a strong team. Very good in white ball cricket.
Indeed, I thought so. You'll be doing injustice if you don't call them a strong team. They had so much of potential.
That should give them confidence. The middle order has to dig deep for Pakistan.
Dot to it. One ball to go, in fact. He's just conceded a run and a wicket. This is Babar Azam. Yes, Russell, what you said was bowled slower.
No turn, it's the angle. He's pushing it in as the wrong, and he tends to do that, Hasaranga. But you can see Babar Azam reaching in front. Oh, in front, not given. Not given. No reviews available for Hasaranga or Sri Lanka. Now, was that slightly outside the line of off stump? Sri Lanka cannot believe it. Hussain Talat, he survives. 95 for 4.
Well, that's what I'm very interested to see. Why it wasn't given. Was it doing too much? Now, how was that not hitting the stumps? Well. Well, that one. That looked plumb to me. Uh, 95 for 4. I thought Hussain Talat was very lucky that last delivery. Well, that looked plumb to me because his foot went nowhere. It was planted in front of the stumps. The only question, the only thing could be, we'll come to that. Was it doing too much? But I don't think so.
Not believe it. Let's have a look. Oh dear, oh dear. Blow the candles out. Plumb out it was. Hawkeye confirms it. But it's a happy birthday to Asif Yaqub, who turns 52 today. So blow the candles out.
52 candles. But that looked dead. That certainly looked dead.
Can you believe it, Roshan? Asif Yaqub, he's a Malli to me.
Yeah, Malli, for everyone who's watching, who doesn't understand Sinhalese, is the younger brother. Hey, Russell, we know you're old, man. Don't pretend.
That would have been massive. Well, they blew the 2 reviews by the 11th over. It was the first one they took in the 3rd over. Pitching way outside leg stump, missing leg stump. That was the one that's now coming back to haunt the Sri Lankans. At 95 for 5, Pakistan would have been in big, big trouble.
Pakistan will be hoping for a partnership here now that they've got a massive let-off. Talat Hussain and Salman Ali Aga. So much of repair work to be done. Put into bat.
That has to come, of course. Mohammad Nawaz, Fahim Ashraf, they're very useful.
They got depth in the batting, there's no doubt about it. They're all-rounders, but it's
Amira into his 5th over, he's peppered that back of a length area. Different length to what Asita Fernando used.
And he's mixed it well. Now look at that delivery. Went full. As you said, back of a length, but that time going full.
But now after the wicket, he's got his tail up. He's cranking his pace up, and now just under the 140 mark. This is what Chamira can do. Old, well disguised. Hussain just feeling the pressure at the moment. Nothing working for him.
Another dot. Shamira's bowled 5 overs for 10. Pakistan at the halfway stage, 96 for 4. Let's look at the batting to come. Mohammad Nawaz, Fahim Ashraf, then of course the skipper. But this is where they need that big partnership. They really need something special from this pair.
Yeah, but then again, you can't take your time as well. 25 overs to go. Still feel 280 was that par score. But now with the situation, maybe 260. That's 4. Nicely played. Played it very, very late to get it past Tikshana. Hundreds on the board.
Well, useful. Salman Ali Agha will be the batter. They'll be looking to try and get him out of this mess. Waiting for it, using the pace. That was over 85 Ks. Pushed through a little bit quicker. Boundary after 20 balls. Earns a cheer from the coach. Boundaries have been hard coming for Pakistan. Just 9 4s and 1 6 so far in the innings. Into the 26th over.
Regular wickets have also stemmed the flow of runs. Sri Lankan bowlers have been pretty good. The areas bowled. Hardly any loose balls, and hence Pakistan were forced to search.
I think the key was the way the Sri Lankan fast bowlers started. The aggressive nature, the lines, the aggressive lengths, and the dots they built with the openers. There's so much of pressure at the top which Pakistan just couldn't get out of.
2 left-handers. Saim Ayub. Zaman really did struggle to find their timing against that new ball, and I just feel Zaman is not himself. I think he's struggling for form and confidence, and that played into the hands of the Sri Lankans. First run for Hussain Talat off the 8th ball he faces. 26 ball, 102 for 4.
Now, the current rate, way below that pass score you were talking about, Russell. But Pakistan is in a very difficult situation. Why I say that is, okay, all right. You are looking at a score, a pitch that demands a score of 250, 260. You come to that. So 250, 260, but when Pakistan is in a delicate place, 102 for 4, you lose another wicket, and then you face the danger of being dismissed. So what route, what's the balance?
Balance is one of these players has to play a blinder. They got to start looking for those singles, maybe make those calculated risks to get the bowlers off that length. Now Sri Lanka, on the other hand, know the delicate situation. Asalanka's bowling Hasaranga an extended spell. He usually wouldn't have Chamira bowling at this stage. That wicket is the key. Because you can bat the 50 overs and getting 220, 230, I feel that's not going to be enough, because come the night session, it gets cooler. The dew will play a factor. That's the feedback. So you're going to need a bit of cushion to save those runs. Hasaranga might have picked up 3 wickets, but it's not a turner. It's not a dirty turn, and there's nothing to suggest that this pitch will crumble. Pakistan don't have a Brar either.
Just tells you how critical wickets are, and especially I believe 11 to the 40th over are always critical. What Sri Lanka has done well is they just kept knocking over, not just in the power play, in the first power play, but in the second power play too. So instead of looking to dominate, Pakistan is trying to salvage something out of this situation, get into a position.
Salman Ali Agha's faced 20. He's going at a runner ball. Hussain Salat still to get going. There were lots of dots faced by the batters who have been dismissed. Fakhar Zaman 64%, Babar 63% of the deliveries he faced. Rizwan didn't last long, but 75% dots. That's high, that's high. Time Ayub, 79% of the balls that he faced were dots. So dots have been the key.
That's another look that certainly was bouncing, but good pace, cutting back.
Now we've seen that happen on a few occasions. Just feels variable paced, this pitch. Some sliding through. Now that looked like it got on to Salman Ali Agha a lot quicker than he thought. The same happened with Fakhar Zaman. Sri Lanka lost a review on that occasion. It was against Janit Lienage. So it's just not easy for you to find your timing from a batter's point of view. That's what has held Pakistan back.
And also full credit to the way the Sri Lankan bowls, and I know we spoke about the dots, to try and understand about the dots. I think it had a lot to do with the way Sri Lanka bowled. Yes, Pakistan batters didn't look to take them on, but I think they were restricted, especially with their opening burst, and that they haven't recovered from. Last ball of the over. Doesn't get a run. Another dot. 27 done, 104 for 4.
Could have been a lot worse for Pakistan though, if Sri Lanka had their reviews. Come the 11th over, they had blown both. Oh, that was awful. Way outside leg stump. Now you look at that one. Very close, I don't mind that. And then this happened. Hussain Salat caught in front. No review available.
I think that was a big mistake. Dixon is back. Win for 15 in his 3 overs.
Well, I don't think we'll be showing that review again. The missed one, in fact, it's the umpire's birthday.
Russell, he's only human, Russell. He's only human. These mistakes can happen.
Yes, of course. Dictioners back into the attack. Oh, he has a role to play. Hasaranga's bowled beautifully. Chamira from the other end. He's been a bit wayward. He's not got anything out of the pitch and he's gone searching. It's an important phase for both teams. Pakistan looking to break free. Sri Lanka for that wicket.
Yeah, Tikshana has a role to play, but he generally enjoys bowling with a newish ball, a harder ball. Bowls in the power plays. So good in the T20 format. Hasaranga so different, isn't it? The style he bowls, obviously. In terms of Tikshana and Hasaranga, no comparison, different bowlers. Bounced a bit.
That's the variation there is in this on offer on this pitch. I mentioned the variable pace. That's where batters are never in. They're never able to line up the bowler because there's that slight bit of variation off the pitch. Initially, I thought it was the International Bird Day. Bird's Day. But it ended up being a birthday.
Surely you should know the difference. Birthday and a birthday. Dikshan has conceded 3 runs, 2 dots. Last ball of the over, slip in. Goes over the top. Now that's what they've been searching for. That's a welcome boundary. They need a few of those. Tikshana concedes 7. It's 111 for 4. Just opened himself up a little bit inside out. Looked for that spot and did it well. Great execution. A boundary to end the over.
Run scoring has been stifled through some good bowling and captaincy. I'm very impressed with Asalanka's captaincy, the way he used his bowlers. Now he feels it's time for him to rotate his arm. He's a competent off spinner, can pick up wickets as well.
I like to continue the job done by the rest of the 5 bowlers so far. Middle period of the game where Pakistan normally find it slightly difficult to get a go on, but at the moment they've put 17 together, Salman and Hussain Talat.
They're playing with 4 frontline bowlers, Sri Lanka, and they're going to get 10 overs from Lianaga and Asalanka. He started off well. He's got another option in Mendes, who's ambidextrous, bowl with both arms.
Careful, careful. They've asked for this. Now, if Salman Ali Agha hasn't got back, or bat or foot is not grounded, a direct hit a lot of the times can be in trouble. Let's have a look.
Just a review for run out. Can I have the side note replay, please? can see the batter has made his ground. Satisfied. My decision for the big screen is
made the bat ground just in time, Salman Aliaga. In evasive action on the throwback from the bowler. Extremely top stuff from Sri Lanka.
Yeah, from the moment Pakistan was inserted to bat first in this game, from the word go, Sri Lankan team looked dialed in. Usage of the new ball was excellent. Faster bowlers managed to swing the ball in the air, kept the pressure on. Actually, it was ramped up. And from there on, job for the spinners was made easier. And how well Hasaranga has bowled this afternoon.
Fielder inside the ring doesn't get a hand. Hussain Talat will pick up 2. 29 done, 116 for 4. Three to Hasaranga. Could have very well been 4. Chantalat wrapped right in front of the stumps, not given. It's been an extremely well put bowling effort so far. Into his 5th now. Tikshana brought back into the attack. I mean, you had to look at the surface earlier on, and in fact, we all did. There's no real demons in this surface. It's not any lateral movement. It was more swing through the air for the seamers.
Like this, if you're not finding boundaries as a batter, you have to make sure you keep on ticking the scoreboard by running hard, keeping the opposition under pressure. But it hasn't happened because the bowlers have responded to the captain's call brilliantly and intelligently. And you have to give it to Asalanka. He has used his bowlers in shorter spells. He hasn't persisted with one bowler for more than 4 overs or 5 overs. I kept on asking Pakistani batters to adjust, and has become a challenge.
Oh, the crowd have definitely everything to enjoy. They come out in numbers and they enjoy a Vigotel Mobile selfie moment. Big smiles, great teeth as well. I'm just a touch frustrated with himself, Hussain Talat. 30 done, 119 for 4. At the current rate of 3.97, Pakistan 198. Given the surface and the quality of batters that Sri Lanka have, that might not be enough. That's why this partnership crucial now for Pakistan. Gets it over. That is a very good shot over mid-off from Salman Ali Agha.
This is the moment for Pakistan to make a comeback. Not a regular bowler in action. And as a batter, you have to back yourself into finding boundaries consistently. That was number one after a while.
Calls for two very quickly. And extremely well run. That's the kind of intent Pakistan are looking for, to be proactive. We spoke about this, Sri Lanka playing with 4 frontline bowlers, so 6 have come from LANKA. And now looking for a few more. Kamindu Mendes can roll his arm over. In fact, both of them. Sri Lanka now into a second. So they realize that this is the opportunity. Partnership now 30 or 42, just picking momentum up as well.
Yeah, all eyes on Salman Ali Agha. He's a very competent batsman when it comes to dealing with spinners. He's got the ability to take the attack to the spinners, and Pakistan wants him to go big.
Hussain Talat tries his hand as well, and he also executes perfectly. This is good counter-attack from Pakistan.
Couple of boundaries in this over means there'll be a bowling change. The most expensive over of the match so far. 11 to be precise. More of this Pakistan requires to make a comeback into this game. Yeah, the huge plus arose for Sri Lanka was LANKA's spell of 6 overs for 27.
Up until that point, it was a figure-free moment for Sri Lanka, as it is for the crowd. Download the figure-free app now and get the insurance you need on your fingertips. Stays a touch low, and third does well to get a hand to that. Great over for Pakistan, 13 off it, 132 for 4. And with that, we'll also take a drinks break.
गोल्डन पर्ल ब्यूटी क्रीम अब न्यू पैक और एडेड ग्लूटा सीरम के साथ बात बन जाए.
Wear your attitude. Darren Sami by Oscar Ali.
Meet New Light and Glow BB Cream. Hydrate, skin को brighten and even tone करे, oil absorb करे, shrink pores और दे full coverage makeup look all day. Light and Glow BB Cream.
a high riser prior to the drinks break. 13 runs from that over. 31 overs in this first innings so far. Sri Lanka opting to bowl first, have Pakistan at 132 for 4 here in Pindi. The wickets have fallen. First one was that of Saim Ayub on review given. Fakhar Zaman with a wild swipe was stumped to Hasaranga. It was a Hasaranga show after that.
Yeah, that is the peril. He bowls with low trajectory, and if as a batsman you could